You step into the world, you put yourself out there, you show up, you talk about what matters to you. You have this unique message for the world. You want to build your business around it. And you get nothing in return, no response. So there's this feeling you're having meanwhile. You are talking to the wrong people, maybe. Or you are on the wrong platform, could be. Or at the very end, you are even doubting your topic, your subject, your message, that this is wrong, that you are out there with the wrong content. But what if this all is not true? What if the actual problem starts very earlier here, much earlier? My name is Marianne Böhm, and I am guiding entrepreneurs, pioneer entrepreneurs, from their cocoon to their crown, so that their message gets out there, that the right people find them, and that they can build the business they want. You put yourself out there, but it's not resonating. Your environment does not resonate to you. So that means you're not getting any comments. People are not getting back to you. They don't like, they don't comment, they don't look at you even, they don't reply to your messages. And the right people don't show up in your environment. So there is this constant feeling within you, I am not seen. Nobody sees me. I am speaking a foreign language maybe. What is the problem here? So this is the feeling of not being understood. And this is something very, let's say high functioning, very sensitive people are even, very familiar with. They know this feeling for a long time. It became something like a habit even. And they know this from their whole lives. And that's probably why you've gotten used to it, isn't it? If you have this for a long time, then you might know this feeling of, I'm not expecting anything. Usually I'm not getting anything out of it. So I'm just doing the same thing again. So this is what I mean. So, and what if this now has nothing to do with your positioning as an entrepreneur, but rather with the framework you are acting within? This, framework, environment, the habits, the reality you are in. What if that is the framework and that's the problem right here, because you are in a field that you have known forever? Because you are just used to operating within that framework. Because if you have learned early in your life that anything connected to your own self, everything which is about you, which is coming through you, from you, isn't and wasn't welcome, your voice developed in a way that it adapts. So your voice learned early to take detours, to be indirect, to be not confronting other people with a message that is maybe too strong for others. So the voice learned early to be cautious instead of going straight forward what you want to say, right? So that means you phrase things always in a describing, indirect way, cautiously, descriptively, instead of clearly, straight to the point. Because you have this expectation, I can't do this too directly. This hurts other people. This is too much for them. I have to be careful here. I have to step back and not to be too much for others. So maybe this sounds familiar to you. Being clear, to the point, at some point in your past was threatening, or it felt threatening in a way because of other people's reactions, based on an old experience. And that old experience is in your body system. It's still there. It's a program running through your nervous system and triggers certain reactions. So instead, your voice, instead of being too direct, your voice softens early on. It explains, but only halfway. It stays a little silent. It goes backwards. It's holding back, really. It finds different weaker words for a strong meaning, for example. It prefers also not to demand too much. And it stays in a state of hoping. It hopes for the proper reaction. So it's like you have this indirect way of speaking to others, hoping that they understand what you actually want and what you mean, but they don't react on that because they're not getting it. And so you are not getting the desired reaction from them, and that causes real frustration. And that is a state of experience of being which is ongoing and probably for a long, long time. So you know probably very clearly what you're offering to the world, what your message is, what your solution is, what your business is being around once you're building it or you have built it already. But you just can't put it in clear, right words and land out there, right where the people are that you are looking for so that you can pick them up. It's because your neural system remains cautious. Because it is the way it's wired from the very early days. You have been going through this experience. Your nervous system by then has learned to hold back what's direct and what's your own, what really comes from you, just for safety's sake. So it acts according to the old familiar connections, the neuronal connections, formed from the reaction of others. I give you some examples here, so you might know some sentences, some experiences here. So the wiring happened based on those experiences. People maybe have said to you things like, "Don't take yourself so seriously," right? Or "You must be out of your mind," or just straight, "You're crazy." In certain ages, when you were very young, these kinds of statements go right into your backbone, right into your substance. It hurts. It's like an imprint in your whole body system. So you remember that not just from your mind, your whole body remembers it, because that's the moment where a body goes into freeze, into fear, into, "Oh, I can't do anything here. I'm totally dismissed. I'm not important. I'm not wanted. I'm unloved." Whatever kind of things you were thinking at that moment, this is what children do. So in that moment, trauma was built up, and your ability to speak freely and clearly was gone. Resulting, your voice ever since has been hiding its whole life, more or less. It doesn't reveal itself directly, no matter how good your strategy is, no matter how much training in communication or in speaking you had. You might have had even speaker training, and then you would realize this is totally exhausting to me. And that's a sure sign that your nervous system is fighting against something else than you think. And this is where your energy goes and is draining you. So positioning here isn't the problem at all. You might have understood this until now. If you haven't yet spoken freely within yourself, you can send out the right frequency that truly resonates with those you want to reach. Means your tribe doesn't resonate with your message because it resonates It does not resonate with you once you are still in the state of being, because your voice doesn't yet come from your own depth. It's more like a constructed voice, and when I say voice, I mean like the way you're choosing the words. So you can't reach them because of that, because your voice isn't free within yourself, in your own body. And your voice isn't free because you've hidden it long enough to keep yourself safe. So the question here is not, how can I position myself better? The question is, how can I find my voice again, or maybe for the very first time? And what if no one can understand you because you yourself don't know what you really sound like? In other words, step outside your framework in which you move. Step into the fastness, into the free space. Leave your limitations behind. If you don't find your voice, you aren't free inside. And if you aren't free inside, you will find your voice. You need to be free for that. And your voice can speak freely again, and your message can be reached freely on the very same frequency. And this might be uncomfortable to hear because it sounds like work, maybe. I know, I'm aware. Because it means the solution isn't out there, outside of you. The solution is within you. So it's not about writing a better copy. It's not about going into another platform. And it's not about working again on a new positioning. The solution is in giving yourself permission to speak freely about who you are. As an entrepreneur, this is the path you want to take. So, and many choose more marketing, more tools out there, more trainings instead. Yeah, and they keep on going and burning themselves out and getting more exhausted and don't find other solutions. They just circling around the block. And many burn out indeed. They have to have a break afterwards. They don't land. It's just not working. And they don't hear themselves still, because this is not exactly not what they learn. They learn the polishing marketing surface, but not the core, which is your voice, which is you yourself. Yeah, why? Because they learn to only function within this frame, within this limited frame. And this is the frame I was saying earlier, that you need to step out into full freedom. It's absolutely the core of everything here. So stepping out into your inner space where you are truly you, instead of staying outside or staying in that framework everyone else is operating from. You want to enter a space within that is only your space. It's the space expanse. So if you are sitting there listening right now, write in the comments, heard. And then choose consciously freedom. If you do that, I have a gift for you, Expanse. Get it via the link you find in the description under the video. It's called Entering Expanse, and walk yourself through it. This is where you find your inner voice and where you get in a state of being where you are being able to position yourself clearly so that you're being heard out there. Yeah, here's your path from the cocoon to the crown. And if you know this is your path you want to take, then you are completely at the rightful place here. Then subscribe to the channel and come back to the next video for the next impulses.